Okay, today I'm going to start teaching my dogs the number 41, the offset serpentine to the right. Now, this is where the cone will be on my right side as I enter. I want to make sure that I use my reining to make sure that I get proper rear end awareness. And I also want to make sure that I do dig work, especially coming around that first cone, because the second cone kind of automatically appears out of the corner of the dog's eye, and so that is one of those opportunities that a lot of dogs take a glance, and so I want to make sure that my dog doesn't do that. I think that's it. Make sure you stay tuned for the training tip at the end, and do like and subscribe, share with friends and social media people. I do appreciate it. All right, here we go. Oh, good boy. Because I'm turning into the cone, I want to make sure that I do some dig work in that area. Out. No. There you go. Yay! Very nice. Come here. Good job, buddy. Notice how I'm kind of sequencing this. Trying to see your problems are going to be reinforced, hopefully before those problems. Out. Gar, something. I don't like that. Close. Oh! Oh, you missed that one! You missed that one! No, you're not getting that one! You gotta be paying attention up here. Close. Close. No effort there. Good boy. Good close. More effort on that one. Come here. So I gave him a little pop on the leash because I felt his effort wasn't there. And there's a difference between being distracted and not sure and being distracted and not caring, okay? He knows better at this point. So I'm going to shift the responsibility a little bit and make sure he's giving me the effort that I'm looking for all the time. Out. Good boy. Close. Good close. Good close. A little bit of reining here if I need it. Yay! Good job, buddy. Good boy. I want to go back and reinforce the beginning again. Good close, close. Yes, good boy. Yay! All right, let me go get card. Get card's turn. The cone is on the right as I enter. Good boy. Yeah, good job. Close. Rear end awareness. Right there. See, right there. I like that. Very nice attention. Good boy. Awesome. Good job, buddy. All right, wrap up. Settle. Offset serpentine to the right. I like what both my dogs did today. They're showing me a lot of desire. And I will keep training this. He has a tendency to lay on my leg a little bit, so I'm still working on that. And that's why I'm doing a lot of overhead throws to get him off of me a little bit. He's actually doing it to stay away from the cone. So I need to be working around cones more, doing this to make sure that he understands that he can stay off my leg. All right, I think that's it. Y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy your training and stay tuned for the training tip coming up. See you soon. Okay, when you're training your dog, especially when you're sequencing, when you're starting to sequencing signs, when you're starting to sequence skills in an exercise and so on, a lot of people often let the first or a skill in a sequence deteriorate a little bit, not be quite as crisp as what they want, in order for them to get to another sequence or another skill. Let me give you an example on gloves, for instance. Say that I do a pivot and I really am working on sending my dog to a glove. Say I'm proofing or something like that, and I really want to send my dog to that glove. But if I do a pivot and that pivot is not correct and I send, then I am telling that dog that pivot was right, which it wasn't. All right? And when you're sequencing, it's no good to fix something and then continue on with the sequence. So in the same example, if I do a glove exercise, if I am doing the exercise and I'm sequencing it and I do a pivot and that pivot's not right and I tell my dog to straighten up and then I continue to send, I'm still telling my dog that I'll do that. Well, can I do that in the ring later on? No, I can't. So it's not anything I want to do in training. If I'm sequencing, okay, and that pivot's not right, I am not going on to send for that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to either work on that pivot before I send, or I'm going to forget about the pivot and just send without a pivot. Okay? And that goes for a lot of things. A lot of times people let the first step of healing go because they want to hurry up and heal. And that's a lot of reason why I don't always start my dog in a sit, is because that's the beginning of a sequence. Okay? And if I let my dog drop its head during the start of a sequence on like the first step of healing, if I let my dog drop his head, then basically I'm telling him dropping your head's okay anytime you want to. And that's not what I want. So, make sure that you videotape your training and make sure you're not accepting less than what you want in the ring when you're sequencing skills or exercises. Okay. There's your training tip for the day. Have fun with that. Have a great day and enjoy your training, and we will see you soon.